Imagine boarding a plane thinking you're just traveling like anyone else, only to realize that the very act of flying could trigger an immigration review. For green card holders, visa holders, and even U.S. citizens, your travel data is now being shared with ICE, and this could affect your status, your freedom, and your family. If you travel or plan to travel internationally, you need to understand what's happening, why it matters, and what steps you can take to protect yourself. Today, I'll break it all down for you, step by step, so you can travel safely without surprises. Welcome back to Legal Focus USA. If this is your first time here, this channel exists to help immigrants in the U.S. and abroad understand complex immigration laws in a way that is simple, clear, and actionable. Today, we're talking about a serious update. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, is now sharing passenger travel information with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. This is big news, and it's something every green card holder, visa holder, and permanent resident needs to know. Let's start by understanding what's happening. TSA collects travel information for security purposes: your flight itinerary, boarding passes, ID information, and other data. Historically, this data was used mainly to keep the airways safe. However, recent updates show that TSA is now sharing certain information directly with ICE for immigration enforcement purposes. What this means is that your flights, destinations, and sometimes even travel patterns could be reviewed by immigration authorities, potentially triggering inquiries or actions on your immigration status. To make this more concrete, let's take an example. Imagine Priya, a green card holder from India who frequently visits family abroad. She boards a flight from New York to Delhi. Under this new policy, TSA may provide her flight information to ICE. While Priya has no intention of breaking the law, ICE could review her travel history and, in certain cases, question her about time spent outside the U.S., continuous residence requirements, or other immigration obligations. For some travelers, this could lead to delays at the airport, or even more serious inquiries if there are discrepancies in records. Now, you might be wondering, does this mean every flight you take will put you at risk? The short answer is no, not necessarily. However, it does mean that your travel information is more visible to immigration authorities than ever before. ICE uses this information to track patterns and ensure compliance with visa rules, green card residency requirements, and other legal obligations. For instance, if a green card holder spends long periods outside the U.S. without proper documentation or re-entry planning, ICE may flag that individual for review. Similarly, visa holders may be checked to ensure their travel is consistent with visa terms. Let's walk through step by step what this could mean for you and how to stay safe. Step 1. Understand your travel rights. As a green card or visa holder, you have certain protections under U.S. law, but you also have obligations. Long absences from the U.S. can affect permanent resident status, and misrepresenting your travel plans or failing to disclose relevant information could have serious consequences. Step 2. Maintain detailed travel records. Keep copies of boarding passes, visas, passports, and any supporting documentation for your absences. If ICE ever requests information, having these records readily available can prevent confusion and demonstrate compliance. Step 3 is planning re-entry carefully. Green card holders who spend more than 6 months outside the U.S. may face questions about abandonment of residency. Spending a year or more abroad without a re-entry permit could create significant legal challenges. Visa holders should also monitor the expiration dates and maintain ties to the U.S., such as employment or study, to avoid violating visa terms. Step 4. Consult with an immigration attorney if you are unsure. These policies are new, and guidance from a professional can help prevent mistakes that could cost months of legal trouble or, in worst cases, jeopardize your status. It's also important to understand what ICE may be looking for when reviewing travel information. They could check the frequency and duration of trips abroad, compare travel dates with visa or green card obligations, or look for patterns that suggest non-compliance. Let's consider another example. Miguel, a visa holder from Mexico on a work visa. He traveled to Mexico for 2 months last year. ICE receives the TSA travel data and notices the length of the trip. While 2 months is usually acceptable, if Miguel had taken multiple similar trips without maintaining employment records in the US, ICE might initiate contact to ensure he is complying with visa rules. Having proper documentation ready prevents unnecessary complications. Another point to cover is the impact of digital information sharing. TSA and ICE now use integrated systems to review data quickly. That means the old idea of being under the radar while traveling no longer applies. Authorities can review your travel history before you even arrive at the airport. For green card holders planning naturalization, this is particularly important. Long absences, even if previously unnoticed, could be flagged and delay the naturalization process. So, what practical steps can you take? First, always check your re-entry documents, including your green card or visa status, before every trip. Second, consider carrying supporting evidence of ties to the U.S., such as tax returns, lease agreements, or proof of employment. Third, if you plan extended travel, consider applying for a re-entry permit if you're a permanent resident. This formal documentation provides legal protection if questioned upon return. Fourth, avoid misrepresentation. Always answer questions truthfully at customs or when contacted by ICE. Now, let's talk about a scenario to illustrate how preparation matters. Fatima, a green card holder from Egypt, planned a 3-month trip to visit family. Before departure, she checked her travel history, prepared documentation showing her residence and employment in the U.S., and carried copies of tax returns. Upon returning, she was asked about her time abroad. Because she had organized records and evidence, the interview went smoothly. No complications arose. This shows that preparation and understanding your rights can make a significant difference. Additionally, it's important to stay updated. Policies like this can change quickly, and staying informed allows you to plan travel safely. Subscribing to trusted immigration news sources, like this channel, and consulting with professionals ensures that you are aware of the latest developments and can respond proactively. In summary, the TSA sharing travel data with ICE does not mean panic, but it does mean awareness and preparation are crucial. Keep detailed records, understand your travel obligations, plan re-entry carefully, and consult legal guidance when necessary. By taking these steps, you can minimize risk and continue to travel while maintaining your immigration status in the U.S. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Legal Focus USA for more updates, tips, and legal guidance for immigrants. Hit the like button so others can find this video, and turn on notifications to stay informed about your rights and responsibilities when traveling. Your safety and your immigration journey matter, and staying informed is the best protection.